Permit me to lead the debate of this very important bill for the establishment of solid mineral development banks of Nigeria. The bill was read for the first time in the Harrow Chamber on Tuesday, 18th May 2021. The Solid Minerals Development Bank is a development finance institution that seeks to accelerate sustainable socio-economic development and boost the solid mineral sector, as well as the quality of life of the people by providing financial and non-financial investments in the sector. The bank is a financial inclusion bank whose major objective is for them to satisfy the funding needs of the solid mineral sector in this country. The principal mission of the bank is to increase financial inclusion by providing access to credit finance. The bank will also support medium to long-term lending with duration of up to 10 years and a moratorium of up to 18 months. This will enable borrowers in the sector to have a lengthy period to repay the loan from the Solid Mineral Development Bank, unlike the conventional deposit money bank or commercial banks. The aims and objectives of the bank shall be to A, provide loans to small, medium, and large industrial enterprises, especially mining, quarrying, manufacturing, and ancillary industrial support services. B, provide short, medium, and long-term financing to participating financial institutions for unloading to small-scale, medium, and industrial enterprises and projects, especially in mining, quarrying, and ancillary industrial support services. And where considered appropriate, provide financing directly for the attainment of any of the stated aims and objectives of the bank under this act. C, to facilitate the provision of loans with 5 to 10 years maturity, including a grace period of 1 to 3 years, depending on the nature of the enterprise or project and loanable funds available to the bank. D, to provide working capital loans to eligible enterprise where the projects are unable to secure same from the banking system, that is the commercial bank. E, provide such loans either in naira or in foreign currencies or both, depending on the sources of funds available to the banks for the requirements of the eligible enterprise or projects. F, subject to the approval of the minister, raise loans from the local and international capital market and from bilateral and multilateral sources from time to time as the market institution permits. G, carry out any other activities as may be considered necessary for the attainment of the above stated aims and objectives, and such other activities as may be deemed appropriate to ensure the continued existence of the bank. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, a critical look at the objectives of the bank shows that the bank will be providing cheap funds to mining and quarrying eligible for loans under this act if A, the enterprise or project is financially viable and economically desirable. B, if the enterprise has a majority equity holding by Nigerians. C, in the case of a manufacturing enterprise or project, at least 60% by value of its raw materials and other production inputs are derivable from the local economy. The enactment of this bill will be a perfect answer to the diversification drive of the federal government outside oil as the bank will be a major driver of economy, especially in the solid mineral sectors. Mr. President, I make bold to say that all over the world, development banks are set up to provide long-term finance, debt or equity, which commercial banks and the capital market cannot provide. Aside the development of small businesses and the encouragement of entrepreneurial activity, the broader aim of the Solid Mineral Development Bank will include the distribution of income between social classes, diversification of economy, and, of course, job creation. In line with our Order 76, subsection 3 of the Standing Order, the financial implication is hereby attached. I urge you all to support the speedy passage of this bill. Thank you, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues. I so submit.
To support this bill. In doing so, Mr. President, I want to commend my brother, my friend, Senator Oseni, for bringing up this bill. This bill is very important. When you take a look at the global economic recession, as it affects our main source of foreign exchange earning, crude oil. I think more than ever before, this is the time for us to diversify as a nation, not just diversifying by paperwork, but taking practical steps to put the structures in place that will enhance the development and encouragement of solid minerals, which is the most reliable means to galvanize the economy and improve the well-being of Nigerians. Today, Mr. President, crude oil is gradually becoming out of fashion. There is a lot of agitation and campaign for renewable energy. To a large extent, if you take a look at even Abuja now, you discover that in many homes, people are now on solar system, which means less consumption of all the byproducts of crude oil. In essence, what this demands from us is to start thinking of how we are going to encourage solid minerals so that we can start having an alternative to what has been the backbone of our economy over the years. And I think, Mr. President, having a bank that will finance solid minerals will go a long way to encourage quite a number of people to embrace solid minerals as a source of livelihood. And individuals and state and organizations can go into exploration of these God-given resources. As it is today, Mr. President, even the experts they cannot categorically tell us the number of mineral resources that this nation is blessed with. Every day there are discovery of new mineral resources. So I think, Mr. President, this is a bill that is timely. This is a bill I think all of us should encourage for the survival of our nation, so that we can expand our economy and create job opportunities and galvanize socio-economic development of our nation. Mr. President, I so submit.
A bill for an act to provide for the establishment of the Solid Minerals Development Bank and for other related matters therein, 2022, second reading taken. The bill is referred to the Committee on Solid Minerals to report back within 4 weeks.